Welcome back for some more The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. And in the last one, we've started our exam to become full-fledged bracers. Or, sort of. Trainee bracers. And now we're in the, well, tropey, video game tropes sewer level. The sewer level that must be in every video game. It's mandated by law. But, oh, we can't turn the camera in this area. Interesting. And okay, yeah, the enemies are right out on the map. I like that. There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low and before engaging in any further battles. Alright, so we got a restore point. Very nice. Orbital charging stations, like in Trails of Cold Steel. Very nice. Orbital charging stations are recovery points set up in dungeon areas. Or in dangerous areas. As a recovery point is approached, okay, yeah, we don't need to read all of that. It's very, very self-explanatory. Sounds like a plan to me. Let's go ahead and restore our HP and EP. So, in addition to arts, there also looks like there's crafts, because look, if you look at our HP and EP meters, there's also a CP meter, so there are going to be crafts just like the games we've used to play in the series so far. Okay, so this is going to be our tutorial battle, right? So we're going to get to see how hard is going to be. So we're playing on hard mode, and I don't know anything about this game as far as difficulty. Typically I like to play on harder difficulty levels, but not the hardest for my first playthrough of the game. Sometimes I like to play on a normal level just to see what the game's going to be like, and then maybe up the difficulty level if I think it's, could use a little more of a challenge. But since I've never played this game, I know nothing about it, and I'm starting a playthrough of it, I figured, why not just start on hard? We'll see how hard. How hard can hard possibly be? And maybe I'll regret it, but we'll go ahead and see. Monsters at 12 o'clock! Be careful not to let them take advantage of your blind side. Got it! Monsters cannot be seen from far away. They will become visible as you approach them. That's interesting. The conditions at the start of a battle will change depending on how the monster is engaged. Engaging an enemy from behind is advantageous, while being attacked by an enemy from behind is disadvantageous. Disadvantageous? So, if I was going to say that word, I would say advantageous, right? But do you say disadvantageous, or would it be disadvantageous? It's weird when you add a prefix onto a word, sometimes it changes the pronunciation of the word. Hint. Battle order bar indicates, okay, so yeah, there's a turn order bar just like in a lot of turn-based games. I like it when turn-based games do that too. That's very cool. Alright, so we got our menu here. We got attack, art, craft, item, run. Why can't we cast arts? That's weird. We got full EP. I guess attacks will, I guess this is a tutorial battle. It's probably going to walk us through each thing we can do at a time. So attack an enemy. You may also use it to move. If you are using a mouse, click, okay, I'm not using a mouse, I'm using a controller. The highlighted area indicates the distance the character can move. Selecting a target in this area will move the target to attack. Yeah, I would never want to play a game with just a mouse, right? Supposedly you can play this game pretty much just using a mouse and nothing else. I like controllers better than mouse, but I don't mind a keyboard. Like for PC games, I mean the PC games I grew up on, there were no, controllers. You used the keyboard. And I don't mind using keyboards. Like the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series I'm doing, I'm using keyboard. I'm using just keyboard on them. To me, the Final Fantasy games, I prefer playing on a keyboard rather than controller. And I never thought I would say that coming from I'm a console gamer back in the day, but switching over and being like more of a PC gamer these days over a console gamer, I much prefer the keyboard on certain JRPGs. And this one I probably could use a keyboard, wouldn't mind using a keyboard too, but I don't think I could ever get used to using a mouse. Like that's just weird to me. But since this is on Steam and Steam supports the PS4 controllers and I like the PS4 controllers, that's what I'll be using for the entire playthrough. Okay, so when an enemy is out of range, a icon that will appear on your cursor. Oh, this is for mouse. Yeah, whatever. So anyways, I've selected attack. Okay, and it shows us our attack radius, like where we can attack within. That's very cool. So let's choose this as an attack. Alright, so let's do the same thing with him. Okay, so this is very similar to Trails of Cold Steel. It's a remarkable how much of the battle that how much of the UI and battle systems are similar. A lot more similar than I thought they were going to be. So we're going to need to move, right? Because, so this kind of has not only a turn-based feel to it, but like a tactical RPG feel to it. Kind of cool. So she's not going to be able to attack him either, right? So we're going to have to move. Let's move here. No, not move, attack. So he seems to have a little more movement than she does. But I feel like she's going to be more of a arts caster than an attacker anyways, right? Kind of feel that way. Maybe I'm wrong. But for some reason I can't select the art. I can't select arts for some reason.
Alright, we're good to go.
Is there something else I have to do in the menu to be able to activate my arts, I wonder? Let's check out our orbit real quick. So look, it says Orbital Arts, and it lists them, and I can use tier from the menu, it looks like. That's interesting. So yeah, she has crafts and S crafts, just like the game, the Trails of Cold Steel games. I'm trying to figure out though, how do we use arts in battle? That's gonna be weird if I can't use arts in battle for some reason. Here comes some more. Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Okay, so I'm pretty sure the arts was just blurred out because these are all tutorials, and I'm thinking this is gonna teach me how to use arts. So let's use arts, not physical attacks. Okay. Arts are effective on enemies that are good at avoiding physical attacks. Arts also make long-range attacks possible, but they require time to be cast. EP is consumed when blah blah blah. Yeah, this is absolutely. Say arts are effective against foes which are difficult to hit with a weapon or those which physical attacks have little effect. It takes time for arts to be cast. Also, EP is consumed. All arts have an element, depending on the element most effective against your foe. Okay. Yeah, I figured that. And since these are flying, I'm gonna guess air is gonna be my way to go, right? And he has solar blur. Okay, so these are moths. It's showing that efficiency for earth, water, fire, and wind, but it's not showing efficiency for time, space, and mirage, so that's interesting. Let's see what arts look like. Pretty cool. Nice. Pretty weak enemies so far. So we're not really going to get to see how hard difficulty is going to come into play until later, until we get past the tutorial battles, I'm guessing. We're still in tutorial battles. Estelle, let's try using crafts this time around. Since crafts have other effects besides just dealing out damage, they're worth a shot. Roger that! Now, to me, this is how to do tutorials right. Instead of just having a dump of information out of a character saying, this is how you do things, actually have battles where you go in and it shows you exactly what's happening, right? That's how this game is doing tutorials right, in my opinion. This is a perfect way to do tutorials. None of this hit up to go up, hit down to go down, hit left to go left, and right to go right. You see, we don't need tutorials for how to move around, but tutorials for how to use your abilities in battle, now those are good tutorials. Crafts have range limits but can be utilized instantly. CP is gained by dealing out or receiving damage during battle. Okay. Crafts are character-specific skills which not only deal out damage, but also have a broad range of effects. Using crafts with CP, we're good. Shop to encourage allies, strength plus. Okay, so yeah, this is like Reed's Motivate ability. crafts. He's got a thing called Dual Strike. Nice! That was good. So yeah, his action, the action one we gave him is causing him to go really quickly. Very nice.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. I want to hear that. So there's a little bit of voice acting. It's not, you know, every line. It's not like the lines of dialogue, but in battle they have voices. I like that. I think that's really cool that they actually added that. They didn't have to. That's a nice little touch they didn't have to do. Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing. I wish there were an easier way to take care of them. One blow using an S-Craft or S-Break should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is our CP has to be at least 100 to pull off one of those moves. Okay, so this is about S-Crafts. Or basically, limit breaks. Yeah, I don't need to read about that. This is so similar to Trails of Cold Steel, I feel like I already know the battle system. Oh look, they gave us a lot of CP to start with, so we're just gonna have to do one attack, and then we can do an S-Craft. These are actions which allow S-Crafts to be immediately unleashed. Oh, yeah, very nice. Use the S-Break to be changed, blah blah blah, yep. Press the break button to unleash S-Break cannot be unleashed. Addition, now press the break button and S-Break is using keyboard. I'm gonna use the 1 through 4 number. Okay, well, I'm using a controller. How about that? Now press the break button. Try to unleash. Okay. I gotta figure out which is the break button on my controller. No, like I'm using it. Oh, I think it was circle. I was just kind of mashing buttons, so I don't know. Can I select any of them? Does it have like unlimited range? Let's see.
Here I come.
All right. Yes. 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 Wow. Yeah, that was cool. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be quite as cinematic as Trails of Cold Steel. This isn't a much older game. That was still really cool. So now I gotta figure out which button it is that does the break. Okay, I couldn't figure it out. We'll just use his S-Craft just to check it out.
Let's do this!
We didn't really need to use that. We could have finished him off with just a regular attack, but I just wanted to see it. Yeah, they're hitting pretty hard. I'm guessing this is the hard difficulty level in active.
That's that then. Let's move out.
I like the victory fan there. Very cool. So we got some items there. I'm gonna have to look into, let's see. I want to look into controls and see if it's gonna give me. Is there a controller option? Huh. I might have to use a combination of controller and keyboard to get that going. Maybe we need to use tier right now to regain some life. Alright. Appears to be locked. Alright, got an enemy guarding a treasure chest. So that's the treasure we're after, huh? If you made it this far, the rest is going to be a piece of cake. Seems like we've got a little breathing room at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. During battle, there are several bonuses which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonuses have the same effect regardless of whether they are allowed. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is using S-brakes to ignore the battle order. If I could just figure out what button on the controller does that, that'd be nice. Yeah, these are bonuses. Very familiar with these from the Trails of Cold Steel games. How about we go ahead and use a craft to take these guys out. Or an art, I mean. Same thing with you. You use your art against these guys. Ow. We're gonna have to watch our HP too. We got it on hard. These guys are hitting pretty hard. I like the animations, they're really nice looking. Alright, so we could use a craft here, like dual strike. Take this guy out. Okay. Definitely wasn't planning on missing. Actually, you know what? We might need to start healing. Let's go ahead and have her heal herself. Of course they're gonna attack him. Wasn't much I could do there, really. Hard's gonna be hard. No joke.
We're good to go.
So how much? He's gonna revive with quite a bit of HP. That's good. So we shouldn't be taken out that easy again. We should be able to take these guys out pretty quick. Just an attack's not gonna take them out. He doesn't have any CP though, so we'll just go ahead and attack. If I use a craft, I want to use that to go ahead and give us a little more strength. Very chill, pleasing to the ear music. I really like it. So now we got this guy all the way over here. He did not advance upon us the whole time. He's just gonna stand there. I guess he's guarding that chest very diligently. You know what I could do is get Ribbon right about here and use an art, right? He's not moving off that spot. I knocked him out too. Nice.
Alright, we're good to go.
Crisp onions. Pure to form. Juicy bone. So I'm guessing there's going to be a cooking system in this game as well. Found small box. Times 2. That's weird. There's a couple boxes inside the treasure chest. The fact that there's not just one, but two, it's kind of interesting too. Wonder what's inside. Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve them. I'm pretty sure looking inside those boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective. You're no fun at all, Joshua. This has to do with our mission. Oh, this has nothing to do with our mission. It's what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. You can get away with a teensy-weensy leak, right? If you feel like flunking today's test, then all means, be my guest. Did you just say the F word? No, no, he didn't say the F word. There's only one, the F word. Yep, opening up those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them. I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself. Absolutely have to know what's inside. Why not ask Miss Shara when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here. All right, all right. I'm gonna make that mistake a lot. Hitting circle to open up the actual menu is a bit weird, but I'll get used to it eventually. So yeah, we should probably use Tear to heal up in case we run into any more enemies. She's running out of EP, but there is that charging station we can hit up. Square. What's that? Oh, that opens up a monster guide. That's L2. R2 doesn't do anything. Square doesn't do anything. X. Let's confirm. There's a thing that says map. But it doesn't show a map. Can I just... Let's see. We'll use our mouse. I don't know if I'm going to get used to using a mouse. It looks like the best way to... So this is a map of the whole world. That's interesting. It looks like the mouse is probably going to be the best way to use S-Crafts though, right? That's just shut. This was another treasure. What's down this way? I'm just curious. I keep forgetting you can't rotate the camera! You can't rotate the camera! This is where the charging station was. Get a little revival. Go ahead and save. Since we're playing on hard, I gotta remember to save often. There's probably gonna be some battles where we die. I think hard will be a little more entertaining, though. Good work, you two. As a rule of trading, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession. Yep, they're the real deal, all right. I don't see any evidence of tampering either. That was a close one. I figured she would try and set us up like that. Congratulations on the both of you. You have successfully passed your qualification test. You didn't really think something that simple would be a problem for us, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get? That's for me to know and you to find out after your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. Let's head back. Let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do. Seriously? Didn't you just say that we would pass the test? You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware that you're both tired, but this is no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild. When is this day going to be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line is in sight. Agreed. It seems like we're within reaching distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it is your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all a part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild's branch, and as you already know by now, Ada is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you will be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training? Upon approaching your counter, a talk marker will appear. Press the OK button and report. Got it. Receive payment, 500 Mira. Current rank is Junior Bracer. Good job, you two. It seems like you were able to complete your objectives without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note of is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. Whether you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of Mira isn't the only thing you will receive. You will also accumulate points, which are known as BP, Bracer Points. BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. With these points exceed a certain value, you will advance in rank as a bracer and be rewarded a piece of special equipment by the guild. The ranks of a junior bracer start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and work hard. The amount of mirror and BP you receive will also be recorded in your bracer's notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on. All that's left to do now is finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ada, and sorry about putting more work on your plate today than usual. Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone? Knowing Shara, it'll involve the whip. I love how happy he is about that. Okay. Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You have now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then. Shahrazad holds out 2 small boxes. Aren't those boxes the ones? In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle. Are you saying that it's okay if we open them? That's right. Why don't you both have a look at what's in and see what's inside? Sweet! Alright, let's have a look. This crest is... So, does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome into the fold. Did you hear that, Joshua? We've become members of the Bracer Guild. So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only just now beginning to sink in. Come on, Joshua. You should be jumping for joy or running around screaming at the top of your lungs like this. Look at us now, world! We did it! I was happy until you made me eardrums bleed. I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed up work that needs my immediate attention. We understand. You have been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during the busy time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just wanted to say thanks. Likewise, I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of the Bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father Cassius trained me. So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh? There's actually much more to it than that, but I'll save that conversation for another day. As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on so you can help guide those new recruits who come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyways, I'll leave you with that thought. I just don't get it. And what? This is Sherazard's, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who is always out doing who knows what instead of being a father. A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as much as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion. Huh? Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know we qualified as junior bracers. Right! Is there anything else to explore here before we go? Any items? Anything cool? Nice view. Cool. Oh. Whoops. So can we... Hi there, Estelle and Joshua. Oh, hi, Ridge. Looks like your training isn't over yet. I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam. I look forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. I have to get back to work now, but if there's something you don't understand, give me a holler. So we can look at the... I was wondering if we could look at the board. No current jobs, okay. Alright, let's open up our bracer book then. It said that... Okay, So yeah, this is an overview of what we just did. Shows that it's completed.
Hurry up and come on! Wait for me, Luke! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great, it's Estelle! Hi there, Josh! Okay, you little twerp. What's with the oh, great, it's Estelle remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering out of town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters, I hope you know. You're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their big fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe. Tsk tisk. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than the fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in LaBrelle than the milk that comes from the Persian farm.
What? Yeah, I agree with them.
What? No way. You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, as just a few minutes ago, we are qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers!
More like bracers in training, really? Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. Now a high pony, on the other hand. Oh my. Seems like Joshua has some jokes for us.
Quit being a killjoy! Wow, you two are great. I'm so happy for the both of you. Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Unlike that smart aleck and cynical brat you call Fred. This isn't fair. I was supposed to become a bracer first. I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle. What the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people are allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school.
I don't know how I should put this, Estelle, but Sunday school is dying to have you back.
You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train at my secret base, and before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. All right, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua. That boy Luke, he's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something.
Rather, I think it's the exact opposite.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it, it's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but somehow it makes me a bit curious.
I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a young child can be so inspiring at times.
That's not really what I meant by curious. Okay. So let's... Where is it? I want to see if it shows me how much stuff I have. Okay, there we go. Interesting. So yeah, looks like we're gonna have some food, some cooking skills involved. Alright, so if you use it, it just shows you the emblem. You can open up the monsters guide from here, or the map from here, or the notebook from here, but we also have keys on our controller that do the same thing. Still haven't figured out how to do S-crafts in battle. Set S-break. Yeah, we don't... yeah, I was guessing we didn't have more than just the one we start out with yet. Alright, let's also take a look at maybe the item shops. We do have some money to spend. Oh, and we're supposed to get a LaBrelle newspaper for Daddy. I wonder if that's at the general store. We got an oven bar. We can explore the town a little bit before we head back. Man, the loading times between screens is almost too fast. Like, Like, did you see that screen transit? Look at that. Look at that. It just fades to one. And that is fast screen transitioning. This is really cool. Like, yeah, there is no pause between going in the room and going into the next room. We can rest at any bed, apparently, in the entire world. Is that what it? Oh, no, it's the book. I was thinking, we can just sleep in anybody's bed in the entire world. It's going to be insane. There's a notebook sitting on top of the desk. I'm a bracer. I live in a small rural town, and maintaining peace in the region is what my job is all about. Today, I received some job requests from a few clients, so I set off to where duty called. My first job was to milk some cows on the farm nearby. The next was to help turn over some fields. Who was anyone kidding? That kind of job was a cinch when it came to my skills with a pitchfork. For my first job of the day, I was able to babysit. At first, I thought watching a bunch of kids would be easy, but it turned out that I was wrong. Dead wrong. Yeah, anybody who's ever watched a bunch of kids knows that that's not easy. Not at all. To my dismay, there were 7 whiny kids in the house. Even for a professional like me, 7 kids are a bit much, but I am a bracer, and I will do my duty. I got to work and cradled the ones who wouldn't stop crying, changed their messy diapers, broke up fights over toys, and even managed to do a ton of small jobs around my client's house, like washing the laundry, cleaning up, taking their dog for a walk. Even when I got hungry and felt like I had no more energy to go on, I didn't forget my duty to report to the guild. If I gave up, what a loser I'd be in front of everyone. So yeah, not only is he watching kids, but he's watching really small kids apparently changing diapers and breaking up fights over toys. We're talking about toddlers at this point. Babies. That is a freaking saint's job right there. That is no easy task. After going through all of this and arriving at the guild, the other bracers in the office stared at me in amazement. That's right, you guessed it. I'm famous for being a bracer in this town. Other bracers paying attention to me like this is what I have to deal with every day. They're probably all just jealous of my superior skills. Anyways, where were we? Okay, I remember now. So I was on my way to report the receptionist when suddenly somebody grabbed me by the collar from behind. Turning around, I realized that it was somebody more scary than any monster alive. It was my dad. After thwacking me a good one on the head, he yelled so loud that everyone could hear. So you think you could just run off and play bracer every day without ever bothering to help your mother out around the house, huh? After that, my dad dragged me all the way home and then lectured me until who knows when. I didn't do anything wrong either. Seriously, what the heck? I'm a self-appointed bracer. Today, I'm off again to maintain peace in the region to resolve whatever problem needs solving at the request of my clients. Self-appointed bracer, huh?
Just when I thought Luke had come home, he took off out the door again. I told the boys that dinner was almost ready, too. That boy is always running around like his pants are on fire. He just can't sit still for 2 minutes.
So yeah, that was probably Luke's diary, huh? Talking about being a bracer. That's probably his grandma or a nanny, and this is his mom, I'm guessing.
In any case, what is my husband doing up in his room without giving any attention to his own son? Oh, adios. Our family is in danger of falling apart.
Sounds pretty dire, but is it really that dire? Is she over-exaggerating things? I don't know. Thanks to the airliners in recent days, even Roland has been able to get a good selection of books. And thanks to that, I find myself compelled to buy a new one each time I head to the store. But I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many. He's getting, not getting. But I get yelled at by my wife for getting so many. So maybe I should cut back a little bit. I've only got the first chapter of this novel, so if you want, I'll give it to you. Okay, that's cool. Can we read it? I'm guessing yes. Yeah. Oh, look at that. They even have novels and story within a story. The Imperial Chronicle. Okay, I'm not going to read 10 pages right now. I'll probably read that some other time. I love the screen transitions in this game. It's so smooth and fast. The loading times are just amazingly fast. I mean, I'm guessing that's because it's an older game and I'm using a modern PC, but at the same time, kudos. Landing ports. And this town's pretty big. Clock tower. Kind of lost a little bit now. Where are we? Okay, this is back to the entrance of the city, so Wait. There we go. General goods. I'm guessing this is where we can get a newspaper. Hello there, Estelle and Joshua. What are you in the market for today? A new pair of shoes?
Now that you mention it, are there any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stragas?
Unbelievable. You actually already forgot why we came here to begin with? We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Librel News for your dad, right?
Of course!
You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid that the new Stragas aren't out yet. I do, however, have some copies of the Librel News if that's what you're after.
All right, I'll take one copy then.
That comes to 100 beer, please.
I know my dad always buys a copy of this magazine, but does it really sell that well?
It sure does. The Librel News has an excellent reporter and camerawoman who have done a great job reporting the latest and most reliable news. They're even supposed to have a running story related to Queen Alicia's birthday celebration. But enough about that. Why don't you tell me how you did today? Did you make it as a racer? Today was your last day of training, wasn't it?
Yep, everything went smoothly too. But how did you know all about that, Mr. Rian?
Rynan? I like Rynan. I think Rynan sounds best. In certain sense, both you and Joshua are like celebrities in Roland. I tend to hear a lot from customers coming through here.
I shouldn't have expected anything less from Roland. The grapevine around here is seriously something to be reckoned with.
No kidding. The women here especially love to gossip. One more thing before you go. This gift is my way of saying congratulations. It's a free sample item I received with my shipment of goods, but don't hold the free part against me. Recipe. I've just come up with a new recipe.
What is this supposed to be for? There's tons of blank pages.
It's a recipe book, isn't it? You got it. When you get hurt fighting, if you just limit yourself to healing bombs all the time, it's going to cut pretty deep into your wallets. This is where a recipe book comes into play. If you eat food to recover your strength instead, it's basically free. Assuming you have all the ingredients anyway. So if you eat something new, write down what is in it, and you'll have lots of recipes in no time. So how about we try this out? Go ahead and eat this cookie, Estelle.
Well, I have made it a personal rule never to turn down sweets.
Basically, all you have to do is eat the food to learn the recipe. It's that simple. It's as simple as that. As you're traveling about, you should eat whatever food you come across that you haven't had the opportunity to try before. Well, that sounds pretty convenient.
It's not like I don't like cooking at all, it's just that I never seem to get any better. I'd sure love to be able to increase my repertoire and really shock my dad's taste buds for once in my life.
That's the spirit. And in passing, if you're in need of any ingredients, I'd be delighted to serve your cooking needs.
You really know how to solicit your customers, Mr. Rinian.
Is it Rinian? Rynan. I think Rynan is more correct pronunciation. I keep saying Rinian, but there's no I after the end. It's R-I-N-O-N, so Rynan. Renan or Rynan? Rynan. I think it's Rynan. I'm going to say Rynan. Whatever. Thank you for the recipe book. We'll put it to good use. Okay, eating the recommended dish at a restaurant or using to-go meals as a recipe to your recipe book. So that's pretty cool that you just have to eat the food and you get the recipe for it. I like that. By selecting the recipe book, all learned recipes will be displayed as long as the necessary ingredients are available. The food can be made. There are two types of food: sit-down meals, which must be eaten on the spot, and to-go meals, which can be carried as items. The sit-down meals cannot be carried as items. The ingredients used for cooking can be bought at the store or acquired from monsters. Alright, so how much money do we have left over? 900? 900 mirrors is enough to buy some other stuff, isn't it? Let's see what's upstairs.
So glad that Ryan's store has finally got on track. It seems as though it has become much easier to get Perseus products since he started having them brought in by airliner. Ever since this first ordnance were invented, this world has become a much easier place to live in.
Nice view. Rhinan. Rinan. I'm trying to think of the Japanese pronunciation and then kind of anglicizing it. Rinan. It'd be Rinan, right? Ra-re-ri. Ro-ru. So it'd be Rinan. Hey there, Estelle and Joshua.
Good afternoon, Mr. Elgar.
Good afternoon, sir.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but today is your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it last time I had you run the store.
Huh. I had you run the store, as in they were in charge of the store at one time. That's cool.
Yeah, that's right. So how'd your training go? That emblem on your chest means I shouldn't have expected anything less from Kashia's kid.
But we're still bracers in training.
I see, but well, I knew you were going to have to give up your part-time job here sooner or later.
Yes, I'm really sorry about that.
Don't sweat it. I knew it'd happen eventually when I hired you on. It's a shame, though. There's hardly anyone out there with as good an eye for weapons as you. But that's the path you've chosen. So, get out there and show us what you're made of.
Alright, so we got some upgraded weapons here. Pile rods, some kunai, leather vest. Leather vest is what we already have equipped in, I'm guessing. Armored vest. These are all pretty expensive. We only have 900 left, so leather boots, spikes, and then we got earrings, white bracelet. So these prevent poison, prevent blind, prevent sleep. They don't add any anything else with just preventing status effects. Well, that's cool. Well, since we don't have any boots, I really like to upgrade weapons first and then armor, but let's go ahead and buy a couple leather boots. And we'll go ahead and equip those. A little bit more defense for a pretty cheap amount of money. And we still have 500 left over for whatever we might need. I like to keep a little bit of money in store for just in case we need to buy something. Stella!
Hello there, Joshua and Estelle. Stella, listen to this. I finally became a bracer. My goodness, is that true? And Joshua too?
Yes, ma'am, that's right.
Congratulations to the both of you. You did wonderfully. Tee. But one thing, Estelle. You shouldn't be proud just because you became a bracer. This is just the starting point. I understand that. The two of you will experience a lot of new things as bracers. And I hope that I can be proud of the fact that this is the path you have chosen in the coming years. But enough about my feelings. Please work hard and good luck.
I guess let's head back. Oh, well, I guess let's not head back. Aiden's gonna come tell us something.
Estelle, Joshua, oh, am I glad I found you two. Oh, hi, Aina.
Is something wrong? You seem to be in quite a hurry.
We've got a bit of a problem. Is your father at home today? Yes, he is. He said something about having to sort out a bunch of documents. But what's going on? You know Luke and Pat, right? Sure we do. In fact, we saw them not that long ago.
What's wrong? Are they in some sort of trouble?
I don't know how to say this, but I just heard from Uni and that Luke and Pat ran off to the tower that lies on the northern outskirts of Roland. You mean the Tower of Esmalaz? Isn't that place supposed to be a breeding ground for monsters? That's what they say. Unfortunately, at the moment, Sherazade is out on the other ways of business, so I want to ask your father to bring the boys home safely. What are you talking about? There's no time for that. Joshua and I will go after them and bring them back. I don't know if that's such a good idea. The two of you are only just qualified to be junior bracers today. With all due respect, I believe that Estelle's judgment is correct in this situation. If the two of us hurry, we may even be able to catch up with the boys before they reach the tower. I understand. I will take responsibility for whatever happens. As an emergency request from the Racer Guild, I ask that you lose no time in bringing about the safe return of these children. Roger that!
Understood.
The Esmelas Tower can be reached by taking the western path at the junction along the Malga.
See, I always have proper nouns because there's no set pronunciation, right? Because proper nouns come from a variety of languages and cultures. So there's always like Esmalas. I'm guessing like Esmalas. I'm guessing that sounds a bit Spanish to me, right? But Malga sounds, I don't know, Malga kind of sounds Spanish too, doesn't it? A bit of Mala, though, Spanish. The G more of a silent sound in Spanish. Malga Tower, Malga Trail.
You can get onto the Malga Trail through Roland's Northwest Gate. I'll be here on standby at the guild, so if you run into any trouble, you'll know where to find me.
Why can't you go?
And this is our first real job. Come on, Joshua, we don't have any time to lose.
I'm right behind you. Alright, so we need to hit the Malga Trail. Malga Trail. I don't know if we're heading the right way or not. Okay, if I hit this button, it actually shows me where I'm at. Downtown. I'm downtown, huh? Jeez, this place is really big. So this is yet another part of town. I had no idea where I'm supposed to be going. Maybe it had me facing this way, but maybe I was supposed to leave town. It seemed like they ran off this way, though. That's why I came this way. It just felt right. But it doesn't look like there's a way out of town this way. This is, what is this, like the train? Train station? Alright, I just wanted to see what this was that he was going on about. Flight. Okay, so this is like an airship dock then. It did say port, so that had me wondering, like, what do you mean port? This looks like a train station, but it's not a train station, it's an airship station. How cool is that? Alright, I don't need to talk to you yet. Oh. So yeah, I guess this is where we go when we're later in the game. We'll probably have airship travel, which is so cool. Okay. Maybe we go this way. Northwest Gate. Northwest Gate. Okay, right here. Alright. Well, we found the Northwest Gate to the Malga Trail. Gotta go save the boys, but will we make it in time? We'll be able to save them. What harm will befall them? And what awaits for us next in the Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky? Find out in the next one. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for watching. Adios, amigos.